Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Indy. Here's a return from the 7. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Viking 18. Hut, hut.
2nd down carry for Taylor. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Go. 18, right here.
Richardson on 3rd. He's got Pierce. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be 4th down. The Colts are ready for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Tua taken right to the air. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. Going on 3rd, Tagovailoa. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And this one's kicked up towards the clouds. Wow! Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Colts will take over. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They go again with Taylor. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down throw here from Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
All right, here we go. Second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Trying again, following the sack. Pittman's got it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go, set. Dragon 60. Ready, go.
A tight end in motion now. 3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. That's complete to Pittman. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They go play action with Tagovailoa. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. First down, here's Tua. Offense getting set to start things off again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Solo left Zion.
Tua out of the pistol. Finds his man Waddle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That's caught. Devon Achane. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
All set up now for 1st and 10.
Good. Good.
From the red zone now. The back grabs it. And in for the Miami touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set up. 70 Timberwolf. Set up.
From the gun, Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Ready.
From the 31. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Taylor now up the middle. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. Check up.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins take over as he records his 10th career INT.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Go ahead. Out.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Called in by Waddle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A Miami touchdown! The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a run with Taylor. He cuts it to the right sideline. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
On the set.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Go. Go.
From the 42. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hut, hut. Hut.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's caught for the first. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ready, set.
All right, set now, first and 10.
Tiger.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Ready.
Offense to the line for second down.
Buffalo 18.
Another try following the sack. On target to Downs. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. Let's see what they went with on third down. Throwing now, Richardson. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Fourth down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Go right here.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. Running down the left side. Tyreek Hill. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins will add to their lead at the end of the half. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11. Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Tag. Viking 18. Cougar 19. Ready.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
70 range. 70 range. Check go.
First down throw here from Richardson. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it sets up 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He'll throw it. He beams one deep right side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. On target to Waddle. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready, Jack.
2 now from the gun. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Offense trying to add to the defensive effort and turn 6 points into 8. He's throwing for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
Number one, high. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
To throw, Tunga Vailoa. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Tunga Vailoa working from the pistol. He's got Smith. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
To the right.
Offense up to the line fast. Here's Tua again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Long. Watch it, Oscar.
Throwing, here's Tunga Vailoa on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Aubrey puts it through, and that'll double their lead to 6.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points, not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Ready.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A run here with Taylor. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions you get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
79.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Collects this at the 32. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. He picks up 16 on the good return. And it'll be Dolphins football. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw, here's Tonga Bailoa. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down from the red zone. Near the sideline, Waddle's got it. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket can get even more.
And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk it.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Dolphins get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Backed up on their own goal line, Brock. A little bit surprising to see them decide to throw for it there.
Yeah, a bunch of trust thrown their way by this staff to call a pass play in that situation. You know, and you'll hear coaches say this, Kate. You got to play fast, but never in a hurry. He was hurried right there, and it certainly led to the INT.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tua looking to throw. Touchdown, Miami! Dolphins leaving the offense out there as they try for a 2-point conversion.
21G.
Tonga Bailoa will look to throw. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Dolphins have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Punches it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Sanders all set to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Ashton Davis there on the stop. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Colts have it to start the 4th, but given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on.
Ready.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's taken down at the 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. He's got Pierce. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Okay, break.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Throwing now, Richardson. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Come on. Set. Go. Ready.
Richardson now. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Colts get it back to within 2 possessions. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
21G, 21G. Ready.
Motioning the tight end now. Throwing again here on 2nd. Tagovailoa stays in the pocket. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts have some new life in the 4th.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff to Taylor. Breaks through, and he might break away. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Kader Kohu. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Tua now from the gun. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. Working quickly here.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Now Tagovailoa on 4th. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Sanders all set to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
First down throw here from Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Tag. Cougar 19.
Here's Taylor. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Down look really easy, a lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. This one finds Taylor. And he's taken down at the 30. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Here's Richardson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Pittman. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They've got to keep moving quick here.
70 Lions.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Marcus Williams has it. And the Dolphins get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Step. Solo left Zion.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He throws a bullet down the left side. This is caught inside the 15.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
20, TX. Out.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. And they strike for a touchdown on the final play. play the game. They didn't need it, but they will take it anyway. The Dolphins keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due.